Classic adventure games with puzzle solving are usually pretty enjoyable, but the worst part is always when you get shot in the face with booby trap arrows that fly out of the wall. Half of the fun of this 2D dungeon crawling adventure is that you can interact with it in the real world in all sorts of ways, including death, which kind of answers the question, is this game trying to kill me? Dive into the role of some guy who awakens skeleton adjacent and trapped inside this strange one-room cabin. Before you can even come down from your previous spooks, an evil wizard leaps into the window and informs you that you won't currently be dying, but you need to sit down at this most likely IBM-compatible personal computer and play the game that it's running to make sure of that. In this seemingly simple game, you'll maneuver your avatar around the musty confines of a gray brick dungeon looking for the way forward, but that way forward is always blocked by anywhere between one and several puzzling tasks keeping you contained. It won't take long before you notice that when you interact with some of the items in the game, things start happening around you in the room. Opening a game chest might unlock a chest beside you, and shuffling a sliding puzzle on the screen will rearrange the pieces of a door in front of you. But of course, since your in-game actions have real-world consequences, the mild inconvenience of things like running your avatar into a flying saw blade will leave you with a unique perspective on the bottom half of your body outside of the game. But you'll find that you'll also need to manipulate everything that is manipulable in this cabin space in order to forge your path through these video game doors. Your digital dungeon and semi-real reality are intertwined, and as you progress in one, you'll progress in the other, unlocking new cabin rooms and plucking giant wall staples to open slightly quicker paths back to your PC experience. And in the process, you'll need to solve a wide variety of puzzles ranging from simple intuitive tasks with no pressure to full-on what the fuck am I even supposed to do adventures where dying is usually the most common outcome. But whether you're a competent riddle slayer or a complete dumbass like me, every puzzle has a hint option with multiple levels to reveal, so you can expose just enough to get you on the right track without feeling like you've regressed to the problem-solving capability of a toddler 2 hours past nap time. Is this game trying to kill me? A game that asks and answers its own premise within minutes of starting, but still kills you a dozen more times just to be sure. From the surface level, this game is very reminiscent of Inscription. It may just be the part where you start in a cabin and partake in a game within a game, but it actually carries that comparison forward in the fact that there's this kind of fourth wall breaking and deeper mystery involved. I don't think Is This Game Trying to Kill Me has quite as much depth or as many strange secrets buried within it, but there are some and they're great to discover. I do wish that the ending was fleshed out a little more because it feels like there was a lot of untapped potential there, but it was still surprising and fun to explore. This game doesn't get away without having a few quirks though. Balancing the difficulty of puzzles can always be challenging because having them too easy makes the game boring and too hard can make it frustrating, but there were some that just didn't seem intuitive at all. And what made it worse for me were the puzzles that relied on color distinction because my color blindness made them a real pain in the ass. But the hint system and its multi-part visual-only reveal at least made me feel justified in using it for the times it was necessary. However, it didn't really make the colors any easier for me to discern. I also thought it was a little strange that the gameplay changes up significantly for the handful of boss fights. They're not particularly difficult, and like the rest of the game, you can lose and return to the fight in a matter of seconds, but the fact that they all use the same mechanics and those mechanics aren't all that interesting to begin with, they kind of stand out in a game with so many unique interactive puzzles. The interactions are what drives this experience though, and even though it only lasts a few hours, there's never a boring moment. Unlocking the mysteries and trying to survive this multi-tiered game within a game is well worth it, and I can only hope to see more in the future. So that's why it's getting the abbreviated score of good. And if you'd like to see more hot takes, warm satire, and tepid commentary in the future, like this video and check out more abbreviated reviews.